In our first video, we learned about the writing frames and how you're going to be using the frames to compose your essay or your story or whatever it is you're working on. But now we want to look at the Hive. This is going to be the place that we call the social and interactive heart of the essaypop system. And this is where the teacher is going to be able to see your work and grade it ultimately. And it's also a place where you're going to be able to see the work of others and comment and provide feedback. So the way you get to the Hive is you go to the Hive icon, which is this little beehive right here, and you'll see how many messages you have in the Hive. The little number will change here in the circle as you go. When I click on that icon, it is going to take me to all of the classes that are doing the essay that my teacher has assigned. So I can here see my own work. If I click on that, I'll immediately see my writing and the comments that I've received from everybody. And going back, I can also go to other classes if I'm allowed to do so, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So let's say that you are a member of Period 1. You could click on that class just like that, and here you're going to be seeing all of your classmates. You'll be in there, and you'll know you because you'll have an orange sort of outline around your avatar. And this is where you're going to be able to go in and click on anybody's work if you would prefer to do so. And I'm looking now at this kid's work, and I can go on to the next students, and I can leave feedback, and they can leave feedback for me as well. You'll notice that I can click on any element. Here's the hook, here's the thesis statement, etc., and leave specific feedback for that particular element. Okay? And the way I would do that is I'd write it up here in this little box and I'd post it. So that's a really great way that you can provide peer feedback and how you will be receiving peer feedback as well. Now you'll notice that every time a piece of feedback is presented, a little circle will show up and it will have the number of comments you have in that particular element. Now, if you've looked at the feedback and clicked on it, those numbers will go down to 0 until finally you'll just have a circle indicating that you have comments, but you've already looked at them. Now, sometimes you're going to be grouped, and I'm going to show you how that works. You're not going to have this control. This is the teacher view, but a teacher can put you, for example, in a group of 4 students, just like that, and then you will be randomly put into this group. Now, what happens here is you're only going to be able to interact with the people that are inside of your group. And the teacher can change that group to, pairs or threes, any size they want. Teacher can also take and move students around, like I'm doing here. And again, this is not a student thing. This is a teacher thing that they will be able to do. So just be aware of that. If you're done leaving feedback for members of a group and you want to be moved to another, you can message your teacher and say, hey, move me to another group. I want to check out somebody else's work. Easily done. Now, you might be wondering why some of these students have different color circles around their avatars, and let me go ahead and explain that. So if you've not met the word count, then your circle is going to be in orange. And this is how you know that other students, or how the teacher knows that his or her students have not quite made it to the word count, like Anthony here. If you've made it to the word count or surpassed the word count, then your circle is going to be turning purple, like Annika here, and it will stay that color as you surpass the word count. Now, if you're done and you say, okay, I'm finished and I want to show the teacher and everybody else that I'm done, then you will hit the little check mark in your writing area up in the right next to the Hive icon. There's a check icon. When you click that, your circle is going to be turning green. It's really important that when you're done, you do check off on that check mark, because that's how everybody's going to know, hey, I'm done, I'm finished, come take a look at my work and give me feedback. Another thing you should know is if you are in a Hive situation where there are no groups, then you can talk to basically anybody in this group here. But more than that, if the other periods that are doing the same essay are also not assigned to groups, then you can go into other periods and check out what they're doing. So in this way, you can, you might have a friend or somebody who you think is very interesting, whose essay you would like to go, take a look at and provide some feedback for. Well, just so you know, go for it. And if they're not in groups, then you will be able to go and take a look and leave feedback for students from other classes as well. Now, going back to your own tile, we call these tiles here. When you click on your own tile, once again, you're going to see your own work, and you're going to see that you've got commentary from various people. And you can see how many comments you have. And again, you might be getting feedback on individual elements. You'll know that you have feedback when you see the little number that comes up in the little circle there. So that's how you know you have feedback, and that updates automatically. A couple things you can do also with your page here. You can indicate that you're done to make your avatar circle turn green. But also, and this is really important, if you need help, click your flag icon here. This flag icon will cause a flag to show up in the Hive, and this will let people know, hey folks, I need help. Now, when you do that, it's important that you click on the help square here and you say something in this box here and post it about what you need help with. Otherwise, they're not going to know. So again, you open up your flag by just clicking on this icon here, click on the box, indicate what you need help with, post it, and you'd be amazed at how fast people will come from the Hive, even your teacher, to come help you with the question that you have. Speaking of wanting to ask for help or put a comment that others can see, there is a global chat in the Hive. This sidebar here opens it up, and here you will be able to post a message that anybody in any of the classes, including your teacher, of course, can see. So if it's 10 o'clock at night and you're like, oh my God, I have a question about the assignment, you can post that question, and there are very good chances that somebody will see that message and answer it, because people are in the Hive at different times during the day and during the evening. So go ahead and post a message here in the global chat, and that way people will be able to respond to it and answer it as they see it. And again, that's accessed by opening up the sidebar here. So that's basically it. That's the Hive. That is the social and interactive heart of essaypop. It's what makes it social. It's what makes it fun. It's what allows you to interact with others and have others interact with you. It's a great way to get feedback, not just from your teacher, but from everybody who's involved. And we hope that you enjoy it and take advantage of it. Remember, you always get to the Hive by hitting the Hive icon. It's as simple as that. When you want to go back to your work, just click on the section here, and that'll take you right on back to your essay, and you can keep writing. Have a wonderful time in the Hive. Enjoy.